I just took off a dip mani and my builder gel is an absolute mess. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do a builder gel fill. What's up, nail crew? It's Nicole, your fellow nail obsessed DIYer. Today we are doing something that I haven't done a video in for a while. So I want to make sure that everybody knows how to fill their builder gel manis that they use as a base under their dip or gels. I've been keeping builder gel on as a base on my nails for about 3.5 years at this point, and it's been really great for me. My nails grow really fast. I can change my shape as I want, and then I can do peel base in between my builder gel, and whether I'm doing a dip mani, a gel mani, or actually even a nail polish mani, I use peel base on top of it. Now, when I go on vacation and I want my nails to last a really long time and I don't want to worry about any pop-offs, then I actually dip directly over my builder gel, and I'm going to show you at the end exactly how I prep my nails to get ready for a dip mani that's going to go right over top of this for anybody who likes to also just wear their manis longer. And I know that I do my nails a lot more often than I know a lot of other people do. So if you're somebody who likes to wear your manis for a couple weeks, this is going to be a really great option for you to see how to fill your builder gel and then do your dip over it. First, we need to file down some of the old builder gel, and we're going to file it down a little bit because we want to rebalance the apex. As your nails grow out, your apex is going to be in the wrong area. It's the top point of your enhancement. If you press on your nails, you'll see like a little white mark kind of come up, and that's where the top of your apex should be. So as they grow out, your apex isn't going to be in the right area, and you're going to want to fill that and fix it with your rebalance. And when you do a fill, I use, my favorite bit is a Pana Coarse safety bit, and that's what I use to debulk some of the builder gel. Then I go in after that, after I've debulked a good amount, but I leave a base on always. I leave a thin layer always on, and depending on how my builder gel is looking, I might leave like a little bit thicker of a layer. Then I go in with a sanding band, and the ones that I'm using are actually a 240 grit because I'm going to touch my natural nail with it, so I like to be really careful. And once I filed off some of that builder gel, you don't want to leave it super uneven. You want to have a decently even surface to do the fill on. So I take a sanding band and I gently rough up the back of my natural nail on the new growth, and then smooth out and even out the builder gel a bit more on the rest of my nail. Then I'll go in and do my cuticle prep work. So I've already filed off any of the shine of the new growth of my nails. And then I like to go in with another bit, a cuticle bit, to clean up any of the excess cuticle that's stuck on my nail plate. I get a ton of cuticle growth. I use cuticle oil all the time, like probably 10 to 15 times a day. I'm kind of obsessed with it. And what often happens for me, and I've always had cuticles that grow in like really thick and really connected to my nail plate. So I touch up my cuticles and do my cuticle prep every time I do a fill. So if I'm doing a new mani, I'll very carefully just push them back, and if any get really bad and like stuck to my nail plate, then I'll go in and I will use my cuticle bit, one of my cuticle bits on my e-file, and just quickly get the excess cuticle off. Then I can go in and start with my builder gel fill. Once I finish all my prep work and debulking, then I go through and I spray my nails with isopropyl alcohol and wipe them off with a lint-free wipe, or sometimes I use a stiff nail brush. Now I can go in and start my builder gel fill. First, I like to go through and apply dehydrator on all 5 of my nails. Now I only do one hand at a time. I found that it works a lot better for me, and my builder gel stays a lot longer if I do all these steps one hand at a time. So I go through, I dehydrate 5 nails. Then I take my nail primer, and both of them that I'm using are from OG Dip Powder. They're HEMA-free. I used to use brands that weren't HEMA-free, and then my nails started burning, and I did not want to develop a HEMA allergy, so I make sure now I only use HEMA-free. Whatever nail primer that you're using, you want to make sure that it's one specifically for gels and that it leaves a sticky residue. And when you're applying it to your nails, you want to etch it in. So when you hear somebody say etch in the primer to your nails, what it means is you kind of take the little brush and you like scrub it onto your nails. And you want to do 2 layers. So I start with my thumb and I scrub it in and go to my pinky. And then I start over again with the second layer back on my thumb, scrubbing it in. You don't want to flood your cuticles with the primer because that can actually cause lifting as well. You just want enough to cover your entire nail. Now we can go in with the actual builder gel. And I know a lot of people need gel base underneath their builder gel, but I am someone who does not need gel base underneath their builder gel. If I use gel base under my builder gel, I will get lifting. If I use builder gel directly over top of the primer, I don't get lifting. So that's why I skip gel base. But for most people, you are going to want to do a thin layer of it before you start your builder gel. Then once you're starting your builder gel, you want to do a really thin layer that's called a slip layer. This allows your bead bead of builder gel that you're going to place on your nail to easily float down the nail into like the right spot. So it seems like you're putting a lot on, like I'm putting a lot on, but I'm actually not, because the slip layer is literally only enough to cover my nail. It is so thin. Then when I go in with the bead of builder gel, I put it back towards the back of my nail, not all the way at the cuticle, but then you kind of float it down. So when you're floating it down, you want to focus the majority of the product on the center of your nail and gently pull some along into your sides. That's going to keep your apex along the center of your nail and give you that beautiful C curve. That's also not just for looks, but it's also to strengthen your nails as they get longer. If you don't have an apex as your nails get longer, you're likely going to break them, because if they're really flat and you're not building that apex, they don't have enough strength to withhold the length of the nails. So now that my nails are getting a little bit longer because they grow so fast when I keep builder gel on and use cuticle oil every day, I have to make sure that I'm focusing on my apex. So after I float the bead of builder gel down my nail, I take a really thin nail art brush and pull it along into the sides. So I want to pull a little bit of the builder gel down towards the sides of my nails, and I like to focus on the middle that I don't accidentally flood my cuticles. Using the nail art brush has only been something I've been doing for maybe like a year and a half. I saw it on a video, I think it was last year, and I started doing it, and it just works so well to make sure that you're not flooding your side walls and your cuticles with builder gel. Then I can go through and kind of pull a little bit back towards the apex and make sure that I have it in the right spot. You flip your nails over for at least 10 to 15 seconds to let that apex build naturally, and then you'll flash cure each finger for about 10 seconds, and then you can move on to your next one and then do a full cure at the end. I like to cure my thumb separately because you don't typically lay your thumbnail flat, so I always cure my thumbnail separately for 60 seconds and then the rest of my nails for 60 seconds. And make sure that whatever builder gel you're using, you follow their curing directions. Most of them that I've seen, the builder gels are 60 minutes to 2 minutes. Now we're getting to my favorite part of applying builder gel. And if you're still really struggling with builder gel, make sure you check out the first pinned comment. I'm going to have a link to my Builder Gel 101. It is the ultimate guide to applying builder gel overlays at home. It's over 48 pages of everything you need, from prep to application to removal, in super detailed steps with pictures, all the tips and tricks I've learned over the past 4 years. Now we're jumping back to my favorite part. We're doing the filing and buffing. And I know this part seems kind of goofy that it's my favorite part, but I really like it because then you can see how your nails are going to be looking. So I spray my nails with isopropyl alcohol, wipe them off with a lint-free wipe or clean paper towel, and then I start buffing. And since I wear my builder gel nails without any gel top over it, I like to use a flexible file, or you can use a buffing block if you don't have a flexible file, and make them really smooth. Then I go around my nails, fix up any of the shaping that looks a little off from doing my builder gel application, and I go through and I fix up that shaping with a hand file. Now I'm going to show you what I do when I want to dip directly over my builder gel. So typically I don't do this step. Typically I just wipe them off with isopropyl alcohol again and then jump in with my peel base. But since I'm wearing my nails for a while, we're about to go on vacation, when I was doing this mani, I wanted to make sure I showed you guys, because a lot of people have asked me how the heck I get my dip powder manis to stay so well over the builder gel. So I take a hand file, I take the 180 side of my hand file, and I rough up the top of my builder gel. So I've already buffed it smooth, and now I'm going and roughing it back up, but I am not filing it rough hard. So all I'm doing is roughing up the top, that when I go to apply my dip liquids, the dip base has something to adhere to. And then I wipe them off with alcohol and I dehydrate them just to make sure I didn't miss anything before I'm gonna go and apply my dip base to all my nails and let that dry, and then I dip like normal. So if you're still struggling with builder gel application and want to see how I apply builder gel directly on my natural nails, make sure you check out this next video where we do a builder gel application on natural nails. Thanks for joining me today, nail crew.